got stuff to do. Let's go for a little drive today. The cops never miss the party, and I have tinted windows. What a beautiful day to drive with the windows down. Just gotta make one quick stop first. Hey, just wanna get these around here. And I'll take another 649 pack too. Wait, I'm gonna wait. Now there are parts about driving a diesel that makes it different than driving any other truck. You see this thing? 35 by 12.5 R20. You know what that means? It means expensive. That's also part about driving a lifted truck like this one is. This one has a 6-inch lift in it. Or you have 20-inch rims, 35-inch tires. Or you tow a trailer too? That's going to cost you too. Welcome to the expensive tire club. Diesel, man, you gotta let it warm up. You can't just go rolling coal right out of the gate. Something else people seem to easily forget is this truck is a long truck, and it's even longer because I have the sled deck on. Wide turn radius. That means is if you're in a parking lot and the parking's really tight, there's only one spot available, you're not gonna be able to go forward into that spot. You gotta back in. I also have to do an oil change in this truck here soon. So let's reach in here, take out our trusty service manual. It's not in here. Oh, you need the Duramax diesel supplement manual for this truck, I guess. Can't find it anywhere in there either. My last truck took 3.5 liters. Oh, there it is. This one takes 9.5 liters. 10 quarts of oil, that's what this truck takes. Let's go see how much that's gonna cost. Two of these, that's not so bad. Then you need your synthetic oil filter too. It'll be like 12 bucks. I'm not sure which one it is. They're all 12 bucks. So it'll be 12 bucks. Also, sometimes you gotta smash into the curb just to make a turn. This is where the school bus drops you off? Your school's like 500 yards away, man! So there are things that make owning a diesel a little more expensive in areas, but your day-to-day price doesn't really change. You still need to buy fuel, you still need to do your oil changes, tires, as long as it's not lifted and you got big tires on it. People often see a big lifted, jacked up diesel truck and they automatically think, holy, that guy doesn't get anything for fuel economy. Well, that's not true, especially if you've done what I've done to this truck. Intake, exhaust, performance chip, lift kit. You have to do a couple things to get the fuel economy out of this truck, or a truck like this. And that's just because they're so tuned back from the factory, emission-wise, that they're not letting you get the full economy that these trucks are actually capable of getting. So there's a couple things you gotta do for that, but fuel economy definitely on a diesel would be better than a gas job, if you did all those things. Like you see here where it says home of the 1995 oil change, and then under it there's all this really tiny writing. All that writing says is no diesels. Save 10%, save $25, 15% off. Yeah, you can, like, none of this means diesel. So you can go ahead and forget that right now. You can throw that away. It all depends on what you want to drive. I get in my truck every morning, I drive to work just like everybody else, and I use this. Now, having said all that, I am looking for a commuter car right now. It's not because I don't want to pay the money to drive this thing, it's because it's still fairly new and I don't want to mile it out. So I'm looking for just a little piece of crap just to get me to work and back every day. Just like any other truck though, it needs oil, it needs its air filter cleaned, it needs its dips changed, needs transmission oil done. It's just like owning any other light duty truck besides the size, really. And now you just got to make sure that you put diesel in your tank and not gasoline. Another thing you got to do is keep it full, because these Duramaxes, they're not the easiest thing to bleed after you run right out of fuel. Don't run them right out of fuel. That's not good for them. I've done it twice on my last one. DEF fluid is one more thing you got to worry about if you have a new diesel. This one's all deleted anyway, so I don't got to worry about that. But it is one more fluid that you got to add. It's not too expensive, and you barely go through it at all. So it's not really a huge factor on buying a diesel or not. Your insurance can be a little more, that's for sure, but it really depends. That's more of a year-based thing. Like I had a 2014 Sierra, and now I switched to this 2014 Denali. That was a $1,500, this is a $2,500, and my insurance monthly was like an $8 difference. So I find it's really more of a year thing rather than exactly the model of the truck. That's what I'm finding anyway. Like you're all sledders, and for some reason that makes a lot of us diesel owners for some reason. I guess like the deck is the big thing. I got a deck on this truck, and it can haul a 4-place trailer through the mountains really easy. You can tow stuff. This truck even has that larger receiver, but honestly, I've never had to use it, and I probably never will. One thing you might have to put up with is this, and I'll show you why this is. Charcoal from me using a little more throttle than I probably need, which is a lot.
And I've got it all the way up there on performance mode.
That means a little bit of coal rolling when you hit the throttle. I guess some of you probably have like cars or SUVs. Does anybody have like a sweet junker car, or like just a sweet car or SUV in general? Oh man, I love those things. I love driving a piece of crap. It's fun. Oh, my camera's almost out of batteries. Okay, I gotta wrap this up. Let me know what you guys are driving, why you like your diesel truck or your gas job so much. Leave it down there in the comments and I'll get to it. And besides that, I'll see you all in the next video.